Unit 7. Urban changes during the British period. Vanakkam children.
Vanakkam ma'am.
Today we are going to learn about urban changes during the British period. The evolution of towns has occurred in different ways and in different stages. Towns flourished since prehistoric times in India. Towns in India can be classified into ancient towns and medieval towns and modern towns.
Ancient towns. In ancient times, towns emerged in and around of residential places of kings, and its location easily accessible to sea and rivers for trade. Most of them developed as administrative, religious and cultural centers. Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Varanasi, Allahabad and Madurai are well-known ancient towns.
Medieval towns. During medieval times, most of the towns developed as headquarters of principalities and kingdoms. They function either fort city or port city. Important among them are Delhi, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Lucknow, Agra and Nagpur.
Modern towns, with the arrival of Europeans, brought about new changes in the development of towns. They first developed some coastal towns, such as Surat, Daman, Goa, and Pondicherry. The British, after consolidated their power in India, developed three main cities: Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, as the administrative headquarters and trading centers. With the extension of domination, they developed new towns, depending on its location, purpose and resources. The newly developed towns are known differently as hill towns, industrial towns, court towns, railway station towns, cantonments, and administrative towns. Unique features of urbanization under the British. De-industrialisation. In the beginning of 18th century, the policies of the British proved harmful to the process of urbanization. Later, the economic policies followed by the British led to the rapid transformation of India's economy into a colonial economy and development of cities.
With the help of one-way, free trade, predominance of British Indian manufacturing industries were destroyed. The effect of the wholesale destruction of the Indian manufacturing industries led to the ruin of the millions of artisans and craftsmen.
There was a sudden collapse of the urban handicraft industry, which had for centuries made India's name in the markets of the entire civilized world. Towns and cities, long famed for their specialized products, gazed continually shrinking markets. As a result, all populous manufacturing towns, such as Dhaka, Murshidabad, Surat, and Lucknow, lost the previous importance.
The entire industrial structure crashed under the stiff competition of imported goods.
The traditional industrial base of Indian cities, made by the indigenous handicraft production, was destroyed by Industrial Revolution. The high import duties and other restrictions imposed on the import of Indian goods into Britain and Europe led to the decline of Indian industries. Thus, India became the agricultural colony of Britain. The urbanization. The transformation of India's economy into a colonial one, a market for the manufacturers and source for the supply of the raw materials to her industries, hit hard the industrial and commercial base of a number of towns.
The gradual erosion of king's power led to the demise of towns associated with their rule. Agra, once an imperial city, in the first quarter of 19th century, was surrounded by extensive ruins all around.
The native rulers lost their kingdom to the British by means of various policies of the colonial power.
Another factor, which contributed to the decline of the urban centers of the pre-British period, was the introduction of the network of railroads in India since 1853. The introduction of the railway resulted in the division of trade routes, and every railway station became a point of export of raw materials.
The railways enabled British manufacturers to reach every nook and corner of the country and improve the traditional industries in the villages of the country. Like, share and subscribe. Click bell button for latest uploads. Thanks for watching our channel.